Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good evening, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a lot to talk about today. The big story: Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor who starred as Theo in The Cosby Show, dead at 54. So that's the big story today. And there was also a plane crash today in Bangladesh. So I'm going to be covering both of these stories today. And much love to everyone in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll give it a few seconds or a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Let me see how we're looking on the screen here. But yeah, I've been working all day long on these two stories. So both decodes are undeniable, as you're going to see. Hello to Bones, Totally, Riva Designs, Connie, Robin. Much love, everyone. All right, we're looking good here on the screen. Guys, do me a favor. When you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. But yeah, this is a very undeniable ritual. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started here. So they're saying he drowned in Costa Rica. All right. While he was on family vacation, allegedly. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, just give me a second to get all set up, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, guys. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor who starred as Theo in The Cosby Show, dead at 54. This article from today, July 21st. All right, guys. We're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. All right, guys. So like I said, this is a very obvious ritual. And the first thing I want to point out, let me grab my pointer here. Says Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor who starred as Theo in The Cosby Show, dead at 54. In gematria, The Cosby Show equals 54 and 2 ciphers. How about that? The star of The Cosby Show, dead at 54. The Cosby Show equals 54 and 2 ciphers. Bill Cosby equals 54, and Jesuit order is 54. As you're going to see, there's a lot of connections to the Jesuit order. All right, but that's the first big connection right there. Dead at 54, The Cosby Show 54, and multiple ciphers. Bill Cosby 54, Jesuit order 54. So a big number we talk about with the Jesuits is the number 201. So they're saying he died yesterday on July 20th, guys. The 201st day of the year. What if I told you there were a total of 201 episodes of The Cosby Show? How about that? I mean, I got like 30 slides, but the first 2 slides, your mind should already be blown. He died on the 201st day of the year. Big Jesuit number. There are 201 episodes of The Cosby Show. And shout out to Arthur at Simple Truth for this connection. I was watching his video earlier, and I was actually the one that told him about the 201 episodes, but he let me know something that I didn't know. He said Malcolm-Jamal Warner was born in Jersey City, New Jersey. It says, yes, area code 201 is used in Jersey City, New Jersey. So he's from the 201 area code. Isn't that interesting? And of course, the Jesuit order equals 201. But I mean, how about that? Just the first two slides is enough to wake somebody up. Dead at 54, The Cosby Show, 54 in multiple ciphers. Dead on the 201st day of the year. There were 201 episodes of The Cosby Show. And he's from the 201 area code, and the Jesuit order equals 201. Now, for the record, I got to mention this. It says most sources state that The Cosby Show had 201 original episodes, along with one Best Moment special. However, one source lists the number of episodes as 202, but this may include the special or other factors. So it's generally considered to be 201 episodes plus a special. And then this says the TV show The Cosby Show had 201 original episodes, including an outtake special. However, some sources, like the NBC Wiki Fandom, state that there were 202 episodes. So while there's a slight discrepancy in the episode count, the most commonly cited number is 201. Well, for the record, we get this news today on day number 202 of the year. Okay? So, again, it's, generally considered 201 episodes, but I got to mention the slight discrepancy here. So my point, either way you look at it, whether you do the 201 or the 202, he died on the 201st day of the year. It's in the news on day number 202 of the year. And for the record, Skull and Bones is 202. The Brotherhood of Death. But anyways, every source you go to, if you just go to the Wikipedia, right? This is the Wikipedia right here for The Cosby Show. See right here? And this is where I first saw it. The Cosby Show had a total of 201 half-hour episodes. So, I mean, I can't believe it, man. It's rare that my mind gets blown doing decodes after all these years, but the fact that he's dead at 54 when The Cosby Show is 54 and Bill Cosby equals 54, and he died on the 201st day of the year when there's 201 episodes, and he's from the 201 area code and the Jesuit order is 201. Pretty crazy. All right. So more Jesuit connections. He died on July 20th, 2025, a day with 72 date numerology. 7 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25 is 72. He died in Limon, Costa Rica, or Limon. Not sure how you pronounce that, but Limon has that 72 like Jesuit order. 72, dead on the 72 date numerology. So another big Jesuit number, the number 84. So The Cosby Show came out in 84, all right? And the first episode was called Theo's Economic Lesson, which equals 84. Jesuit equals 84. He's dead on a Sunday, 84. And the Jesuit order is 84. Guys, everybody should be hitting the like button, because what I'm showing you is pretty undeniable stuff. So if y'all can hit that like button, very much appreciated. So The Cosby Show came out 40 years ago, right? September 20th, 1984 to July 20th, 2025 when he died. All right? It came out 40 years ago. Look at this. Drowning equals 40. And he died in Playa Cocos. Look. Yes, Malcolm-Jamal Warner died at Playa Cocos. which equals 40. And his cause of death was asphyxia, which equals 40. Look at that, guys. That's 3 different 40s. The Cosby Show came out 40 years ago. Are you kidding me? Drowning, 40. He died in playa cockles, 40. Asphyxia, 40. The Vatican, 40. Yep, I got that, Bones. We're going to talk about the 33 in a little bit. Accidental drowning, 103. Asphyxia, 103. Jesuits, 103. The Vatican, 103. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 112. Drowning, 112. Playa cockles, 112. And Catholicism, 112. The Jesuits operate in 112 nations. To go with the big 201 and the 54 we already talked about. Look at this. Malcolm-Jamal Warner has the 185 and the 112, and he died at Playa Cockles, which is 185 and 112, like Catholicism, right? 185, 112. The Jesuits served the Catholic Church. Look at this. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 185, Catholicism, 185. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 68, Catholicism, 68. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 112, Catholicism, 112. And remember, drowning was also 112. And the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. So he died on July 20th. His birthday, August 18th. He died 4 weeks and 2 days before his birthday. The family name, Huxtable, 42. Cosby Show, 42. Homicide, 42. Jesuit, 42. Another Jesuit connection. So we get this news about Theo on the 21st. Theo, 21. Actor, 21. It says Costa Rica National Police told ABC News that Warner drowned near Cockles, a beach in Lyman, Costa Rica. Cockles has the 21. Look at this. In the news on the 21st day of the month, right? So you got the number 21. Actor, 21. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. Hold on. On the 21st day of the month, we get this news. Theo, 21. Actor, 21. Cockles, 21. He died on a Sunday, which is also 21. And Jesuit is 21. Look at all these Jesuit connections. Theodore Huxtable, 78, actor 78, died on a Sunday, 78, and Jesuit, 78. He died in Limon, Costa Rica, which has the 91, like the official name of the Jesuits, the Society of Jesus, 91. Drowning, 50. It happened on vacation, which equals 50, and Jesuits equals 50. The leader of the Jesuits, Arturo Sosa, his birthday November 12th. So he died 251 days from the leader of the Jesuits' birthday. Ritual sacrifice is 251. And he died 115 days before the leader of the Jesuits' birthday. Killing is 115. So it's even connected to the leader of the Jesuits. Warner was nominated for a Primetime Emmy in 86. Okay? Remember, to 86, someone is to get rid of them, right? Well, look when the first episode of The Cosby Show came out, September 20th. He died 8 weeks and 6 days from the anniversary of The Cosby Show. And remember, he was nominated for an Emmy in 86. He's dead 8 weeks and 6 days from the anniversary of the show. Accidental drowning, 86. Human sacrifice, 86. Blood sacrifice, 86. And Jesuits is 86. So The Cosby Show came out September 20th. He died on July 20th. So he died 62 days from the anniversary of the show. Look at this. He died in Limon, Costa Rica, which is 62, and sacrifice is 62. This is one of the most obvious rituals I've ever seen. Limon has that 27, like ritual is 27. And we get The news of his death today, July 21st, 2025, a day with 73 date numerology. 7 plus 21 plus 20 plus 25, 73. Sacrifice, 73. Ritual sacrifice, 73. And he died in Costa Rica, which is 154, like ritual sacrifice is 154. Costa Rica is also 64, like kill is 64. His death is in the news 28 days before his birthday. The word kill equals 28. And then we got the big 38 connection. Check this out. This is one of the top slides besides the 54 and the 201. This is some big information here. Okay, so we get the news about Theo today, right? On July 21st, the day leaving 163 days left in the year. Look at this. Theo equals 163, drowning accident 163. And we get this news on the day leaving 163 days left in the year. Well, the 38th prime number is 163. And look down here. It says he earned a nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series at the 38th Primetime Emmy Awards. So there's another 38. Remember, the 38th prime is 163, right? Well, on top of that, he drowned, which equals 38, killing 38, death 38, sitcom 38, and murder 38. Remember the Murder by Numbers movie poster? The E is changed to a 3, the B is changed to an 8 because murder is 38. So that's a lot to be a coincidence. 163 days left in the year. Theo, 163, drowning accident, 163. The 38th prime number, 163. And he was nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actor in the 38th Primetime Emmy Awards. Drown, killing, death, sitcom, murder, they're all 38. And the other big number with murder is the 83, right? Look, when the Cosby Show ended April 30th, he's dead it's in the news today, 83 days from the anniversary of the Cosby Show ending. Drowned equals 83, family vacation 83, sitcom 83, and back to the Murder by Numbers movie poster, the B is changed to an 8, the E is changed to a 3, right? Because murder is 38 and 83. Remember the song Murder by Numbers came out in 83. And you know what? Real quick, let me do something real quick. Hold on. I want to see if I can find something real quick. Hold on, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't worry if you're coming in late. We're going to recap. But I just want to look something up real quick if I can. Hold on. It's getting hot already in this garage. I might have to turn the air on in a little bit. Okay, here it is. Remember Matthew Perry? He drowned, right? And he died at 54. And he had the big 83 and the 38 connection too. That's what I want to bring up real quick here. Yeah, real quick. We'll come back to We'll come back to Theo, but real quick, since we're talking about drowning and the 83 and the 38 and the age 54, I just thought of Matthew Perry. And someone actually mentioned it in the comments earlier, so let me show you the connection. And let me look up one thing before we get started here. Hold on. One more thing I need to look up. That's interesting. He actually died 38 weeks from the anniversary of Matthew Perry. Wow, I'm glad I looked that up. They're both from a sitcom. They both drown. They're both dead at 54, and they both have the 83 and the 38 connection. Wow, I'm glad I thought of that. Okay, let me show you what I got here. Yeah, here we go. And there's actually some video clips I want to play. I've played them before, so hopefully I won't have any issue playing these. But, yeah, hopefully not. They're short clips. Maybe I'll pause them, too, in between. Okay, so back to the 38, right? 163 days left in the year. Theo. 163, drowning accident 163, the 38th prime number 163. He was nominated at the 38th Primetime Emmys. Drown, killing, death, sitcom, murder, they're all 38, right? So you got the 38, and then you got the 83. In the news, 83 days from the anniversary of the Cosby Show ending. Drowned 83, family vacation 83, sitcom 83, murder 83. All right, let's go to Matthew Perry. All right, Friends star Matthew Perry dead at 54 after apparent drowning. Okay, and for the record, he died on 10/28, right? See how he died on 10/28? You can either, here, let's see. It's in the news today, exactly 38 weeks from the death anniversary of Matthew Perry, or you could say he died, including the end date, 38 weeks from when Matthew Perry died. So either way, you got the 38 there, right? And remember, drowned equals 38. That's the big connection that I just thought of, right? Okay. So let's do the 38s before the 83s. Look. Chandler, remember he played Chandler Bing? Chandler, 38, drowned, 38. Remember he died after playing pickleball? See? Right here. We're told Matthew came home sometime in the AM after a 2-hour round of pickleball. Look at that. So Chandler, 38, drowned, 38, pickleball, 38, killing, 38, death and murder, 38. Wow. And again, he died 38 weeks from the anniversary of Matthew Perry dying. They both drown at the age of 54, and they're both from a sitcom. Look at that, drowned, 38, right? And then we had the 83 connection, right? Remember, Matthew Perry died with 83 posts. I think this is Instagram, I think. But he died with the 83 posts. And I believe this is one of the last posts he made. But drowned, 83, murder, 83. And then the other big 83 was pickleball, again. Pickleball, 83. So you see how they got the 83 and the 38 connection, both of them? And this is a decode from 2 years ago. But yep, same numbers, different day, man. And again, they're both dead at 54, both from a sitcom, and they both drowned. And He died 38 weeks from his death anniversary. All right, let me keep going here. Remember, he died on the day leaving 64 days left in the year. Matthew Perry, 64, like kill 64. Matthew Perry equals sacrifice. Let's see. He's also got the 42 connection. He died 42 weeks before his birthday. Friends 42, Jesuit 42, like Huxtable 42, Cosby Show 42. See, dead at 54. Jesuit Order 54, The Cosby Show 54. And let me get to the other stuff here. This is the opening scene of Friends. See how Matthew Perry's spitting water out of his mouth and then he drowned? All right, here's the clips. All right, hopefully I don't get in trouble for playing these clips here.
The picture's supposed to say Geller and Bean to be married, not local woman saves drowning moron. Hey, don't laugh at him. He's my drowning moron.
You hear that? She calls him a drowning moron.
I need this. I just keep striking out.
I'm going to pause this so I don't get in trouble.
I don't get it either. I mean, you're obviously desperate. You're asking women how they want to be killed.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, this is great. Rachel's going to keep kissing guys until she finds the one she wants, and I'm going to die alone. By drowning, or...
So there he is making a joke about drowning.
It's changing.
Oh, no. I'll get her. I am super confident, totally responsible, and fourth in line to raise Emma. I'll be right there, Emma. Just let me get my trusty diaper bag here. Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
And of course, he was the one to die first. So, anyways, guys. Oh, the other big thing, and probably the biggest point, Matthew Perry died 666 months after his character's fictional birthday. Chandler Bing's fictional birthday, April 8th, 1968. He died 666 months after his character's birthday. How about that? And then in his book, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, a memoir, ebook, Matthew Perry, I would give it all up not to feel this way. I think about it all the time. It's no idle thought. It's a cold-hearted fact that Faustian prayer, a.k.a. Faustian bargain, I made was a stupid one. The prayer of a child. It was not based on anything real, but it became real. I have the money, the recognizability, and the near-death experiences to prove it. How about that? And then remember, he said he had a man crush on Obama. And then, you know, he died right before Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, which had the theme of Friends. And Matthew Perry used to date Julia Roberts. I think he died on Julia Roberts' birthday. Here, let's see. Remember Julia Roberts, the star of Leave the World Behind? Yeah, see Julia Roberts' birthday? October 28th. So anyways, it's a deep decode. But anyways, we'll come back to this on the recap. I probably won't play the videos again, just for safety. But yeah, you get the point, guys. Right? Dead at 54, drowned from a sitcom, had the 83 and the 38 connection. Chandler, drowned, pickleball, they're all 38. And Theo died 38 weeks from his death anniversary. Isn't that wild? Okay, so I think you get the point. There's the 38s, there's the 83s again. Now for the 33, he died 33 years after the Cosby Show ended, the old 33. And he died near Cockles, a beach in Costa Rica. Cockles 33, dead on a Sunday 33, actor 33, masonry 33, the highest degree of the Scottish Rite, the 33rd degree. And Theo died exactly 48 weeks after his birthday. Theo equals 48. How about that? Homicide, 48. Illuminati, 48. And Freemason, 48. And he also died 29 days before his birthday. Drown equals 29. All right, guys, that's it on Theo. If you came in late, I'll do a whole recap. But the key point here, the star of The Cosby Show, dead at 54. The Cosby Show equals 54 in multiple ciphers. Bill Cosby, 54. Jesuit Order, 54. And he died on the 201st day of the year. There were 201 episodes of The Cosby Show. And he's from the 201 area code, the Jesuit Order 201. Pretty crazy stuff. All right, don't go away yet. I got 2 more decodes for you. One's very short and one's the usual length. And guys, if for any reason this stream gets taken down for the videos I played, please come back. All right, just in case that happens. Hopefully it won't, because I've played those clips before with no problem. But I figured it was worth the risk. But yeah, if this gets taken down for any reason, please come back. Help the algorithm. I need all the likes and comments I can get. They're really not doing me any favors. So here's a small story I covered last night. Trump threatens to restrict stadium deal with Washington Commanders if they don't change name back to Redskins. We got this news on July 20th, 36 days after Trump's birthday. Redskins equals 36. How about that? It was also a day with 36 date numerology. 7 plus 20 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 36, like Redskins, 36. In the news, 36 days from Trump's birthday. And the other part, this was in the news 49 days before Washington has their season opener. Washington, 49, NFL, 49, Donald J. Trump, 49. So you couldn't script it any better. 36 days from Trump's birthday, Redskins, 36. And 49 days before they start the season, Washington, 49, right? So that's a very short decode I did last night. And now, the big news I was working on before this news about Theo came out. Bangladesh Air Force plane crashes into school campus in Dhaka, killing at least 20 people, officials say. This article from today, July 21st. So look at this, guys. Look at today's date numerology. 7/21/2025. So these are the 3 different ways to get date numerology, right? 7 plus 21 plus 20 plus 25 is 73. 7 plus 21 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 37. And 7 plus 21 plus 25 is 53. Long story short, today has date numerology of 73, 37, and 53. Look at the gematria of Bangladesh. It equals 73, 37, and 53. That's a home run right there. Literally the most perfect day ever for Bangladesh to be in the news. That's pretty undeniable right there. All right, now, it says at least 20 killed as Bangladesh Air Force jet crashes into Dhaka school. Look at this, guys. Dhaka school is a perfect match to plane crash, and 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. Dhaka school 97, 43, 56. Plane crash 97, 43, 56. So between these 2 slides, it's already no doubt the perfect date numerology and Dhaka school perfect match to plane crash. Well, on top of that, look at this, guys. This happened on day number 202 of the year. It was an Air Force training jet, 202, and it happened in Dhaka, Bangladesh, 202, on day number 202 of the year. Could I get a like and a share, please? Undeniable. And don't forget, Skull and Bones is also 202. This happened at the campus of Milestone School and College. Milestone has that 40 and 50 like airplane is 40 and 50. This happened in the Uttara neighborhood. Uttara is a perfect match to Ritual and 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. They said it crashed into the 2-story campus around 1:18 p.m. Death 118, homicide 118. Bangladesh Air Force Jet 183, Order Out of Chaos 183. Uttara neighborhood 201, like the Jesuit order 201. Air Force plane 69, the Jesuit order 69. 75 days after Pope Leo became the Pope, Air Force plane 75, Air Force 75. And it happened 56 days before the Pope's birthday. Plane crash 56, Dhaka School 56, Air Force Jet 56, and Society of Jesus 56. Air Force Jet 56 and 187, like Society of Jesus 56, 187. When I was picking up my kids and went to the gate, I realized something came from behind. Masood Tariq said. So there's your witness, Masood Tariq. Look at his name. 153 and 72, like Jesuit order. 153 and 72. And it says, I express my deep grief and sorrow over the tragic incident of casualties caused by the crash. The country's interim leader, Muhammad Yunus, wrote, and his birthday, June 28th. We get this news 24 days from his birthday. Dhaka equals 24. And his name, Muhammad Yunus, is a perfect match to New World Order in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers, including the 177. Don't forget the Jesuit order. Actually, he's got the 177 and the 69. The Jesuit order, 177 and 69. All right, guys, that is it. If anybody would like to support the channel, any support, very much appreciated. I could really use the help right now. Support has been a little down lately, but that's okay. We'll get back up. God will provide. But thank you to everyone who does support. Very much appreciated. You guys are amazing. But if you want to help out, I got PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. You can also mail something. All right? Here, give me 1 second, guys. I think my cat is stuck in the room here. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got my wife working on the cat situation. It ran under the bed, and so she's going to have to grab the cat. But anyways, if you're coming in late, let's talk about the big story of the day. Another undeniable ritual. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor who starred as Theo in The Cosby Show, dead at 54. And we're getting this news today, July 21st. And guys, if you have anything to add that I missed, let me know in the comments, all right? I put this together as quick as I could. I'm sure I missed something, but I think there's enough here to see this is definitely a ritual, especially this slide right here. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor who starred as Theo in The Cosby Show, dead at 54. In Gematria, The Cosby Show equals 54 in multiple ciphers. Wow. Bill Cosby, 54, Jesuit order, 54. And perhaps the biggest number we talk about with the Jesuit order, the number 201. He died on July 20th. That was the 201st day of the year. Well, what if I told you there were 201 episodes of The Cosby Show? How about that? And he's from Jersey City, New Jersey, where they have the 201 area code. My goodness. And of course, the Jesuit order equals 201. You know, like Event 201, William Henry Gates 201. Don't forget how big that number was with the last Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, who lived in Suite 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order, Catholic Pope, 201. Remember, Pope Francis died 201 days from the death anniversary of St. Francis of Assisi, who he got his name from. The Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. We covered all the 201s in the first live stream yesterday. Remember, Neil Alden Armstrong, 201, the fake moon landing on the 201st day of the year. They had Preparing for Disease X, the newest pandemic simulation, 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic and 201 days from Obama's birthday. The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. King of Babylon, Barack Obama, 201. That Old Serpent, 201. Remember, Event 201 was on 10:18, like Luke 10:18. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Bomb of the Heights. Remember the first celebrity with COVID, Tom Hanks, when he made a post that he had COVID, he said he showed his Corona typewriter in the post, and he also said he was losing in gin rummy by 201 points. And yeah, the list goes on with the 201s. But yeah, we covered all that yesterday, and that's when he died. So again, I rambled on for a minute. Let me go back. Huge Jesuit ritual here, okay? The Cosby Show equals 54. He's dead at 54. In multiple ciphers, The Cosby Show 54, Bill Cosby 54 in gematria. Dead on the 201st day of the year. There were 201 episodes of The Cosby Show, and he's from Jersey City, New Jersey, which has the 201 area code, the Jesuit Order 201. And then I got to read this. Most sources state that The Cosby Show had 201 original episodes along with one Best Moment special. However, one source lists the number of episodes as 202, but this may include the special or other factors. So it's generally considered to be 201 episodes plus a special. And then it says the TV show The Cosby Show had 201 original episodes, including an outtake special. However, some sources like the NBC Wiki Fandom state that there were 202 episodes. So while there's a slight discrepancy in the episode count, the most commonly cited number is 201. And then even the wiki up here says that there were 201 episodes. But remember, there's a little discrepancy. So for the record, he died on the 201st day of the year, but it is in the news on day number 202 of the year. Now, I'm not saying I caused the internet to change, but I'm telling you, there was nothing about the number 202 when I first started putting this together. Everything said 201, and then I started putting my decode together, and then it popped up that there could be 202. So, probably a stretch there, but it's almost like my device was listening to what I was doing and tried to muddy the waters after the fact. I don't know. But either way you look at it, 201 or 202, they both factor in. But yeah, it's most commonly known that there were 201 episodes. Even the Wikipedia says 201 original episodes. But for the record, he died on the 201st day of the year in the news on day number 202 of the year. And Skull and Bones does have that 202. But anyways, moving on. He died on a day with 72 date numerology. He died in Lehman, which is 72, like Jesuit order, 72. The show came out in 84. The first episode, Theo's Economic Lesson, 84, Jesuit 84, Sunday. He died on a Sunday, 84, the Jesuit order, 84. He died 40 years after the show came out, drowning, 40. He died at Playa Cockles, which equals 40. He died from asphyxia, which is 40, and the Vatican, 40. Accidental drowning, 103. Asphyxia, 103. Jesuits, 103. The Vatican, 103. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 112. Drowning, 112. Playa Cockles is where he died, 112. Catholicism, 112. And the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. Malcolm-Jamal Warner has the 185 and the 112, like Playa Cockles, where he died, and Catholicism, 185 and 112. And then Malcolm-Jamal Warner, 185, 68, and 112, like Catholicism. And remember, the Jesuits served the Catholic Church. He died 4 weeks and 2 days from his birthday. Huxtable, 42, Cosby Show, 42, Homicide, 42, Jesuit, 42. His death in the news on the 21st day of the month. Theo, 21, actor, 21. He died near Cockles, which is 21, on a Sunday, 21, and Jesuit, 21. Theodore Huxtable, 78, actor, 78, died on a Sunday, 78, Jesuit, 78. He died in Limon, Costa Rica, which is 91, the Society of Jesus, 91. That's the official name of the Jesuits. Drowning, 50. Died on vacation, which is 50, and Jesuits, 50. The leader of the Jesuits, Arturo Sosa, his birthday, November 12th. So he died 251 days from the leader of the Jesuits' birthday, ritual sacrifice 251. And it was 115 days before his birthday, killing 115. So he was nominated for an Emmy in the year 86. Remember, to 86, someone means to get rid of them. And he died 8 weeks and 6 days from the anniversary of the show. Accidental drowning, 86. Human sacrifice and blood sacrifice, 86. And Jesuits, 86. He died 62 days from the anniversary of the show. He died in Limon, Costa Rica, 62, like sacrifice, 62. Limon is also 27, like ritual, 27. And his death is in the news on a day with 73 date numerology, sacrifice and ritual sacrifice, 73. And he died in Costa Rica, which is 154, like ritual sacrifice, 154. Costa Rica, 64, kill, 64. His death in the news 28 days before his birthday, kill, 28. And now here's where we can connect it to Matthew Perry. He died on the day leaving 106, or his death is announced today, on the day leaving 163 days left in the year. Theo, 163, drowning accident, 163. The 38th prime number is 163, and he was nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series at the 38th Primetime Emmy Awards. Drowned equals 38, killing 38, death 38, sitcom 38, murder 38. He died 38 weeks from the anniversary of Matthew Perry dying, who also was from a sitcom, who also drowned, who also died at the same age of 54. And remember, Chandler, he played Chandler Bing, 38, drowned 38, after playing pickleball 38, killing 38, right? So isn't that interesting? That two sitcom stars drowned at the same age, and he died 38 weeks from his death anniversary, when drowned is 38. I just think it's interesting. So there's the 38 connection, and then let's go to the 83. Matthew Perry also had the 83. So his death is announced today, 83 days from the anniversary of the show ending. Drowned, 83. Family Vacation, 83. Sitcom, 83. Murder, 83. And don't forget the Murder by Numbers movie poster. The B is changed to an 8. The E is changed to a 3 because murder is 83 and 38, like we just talked about here. See? The E is changed to a 3. The B is changed to an 8 because murder is 38 and 83, right? That's Murder by Numbers. And then in connection to the 83, don't forget the song Murder by Numbers came out in the year 83. And then how did the 83 connect to Matthew Perry? Remember, he died with the 83 Instagram post, and this was one of his last posts, him in the hot tub there. And murder, 83, drowned, 83. But he died, or he drowned after playing pickleball, which was 83, and the same cipher as drown, like sitcom 83, murder 83. So you got the same 83 and the 38 connection. It's just crazy. I mean, how many people from a sitcom drowned at the age of 54? You know, and they just happen to, you know, their death dates just happen to be, 38 weeks from the anniversary when, when drowned is 38. Very interesting. But yeah, a few more key points here. Matthew Perry died on the day, leaving 64 days left in the year. Matthew Perry, 64, Kill, 64. And again, this is right before Obama's movie, which had Friends as the theme. And let's see, should I bring it up now? Well, don't forget, I don't want to go through all the 192s, but remember, Bing was also 192. Like Obama 192, Leave the World Behind 192, Obama 192, Great Tribulation 192. That movie ends in the communist bunker, who died in 192. Maybe I'll bring it up real quick after I go through this. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing up Obama, Barack Hussein Obama equals 64, the Antichrist 64. Matthew Perry 64, dead on the day, leaving 64 days left in the year. Right before Obama's movie, which had the big connection to Friends. And remember, when Israel was allegedly attacked by Hamas, that was 64 days from Obama's birthday. Israel equals 64, like Barack Hussein Obama 64, the Antichrist 64. And then Israel declared war 666 days before Obama's 64th birthday. But yeah, maybe I'll touch on the 192 connection in a second. Matthew Perry equals sacrifice. We talked about the 42 connection with Theo. Huxtable 42, Cosby Show 42. Matthew Perry died 42 weeks before his birthday. Friends 42, Jesuit 42. See how he's dead at 54, like Theo. But yeah, the big connection. He also died 296 days before his birthday. Hot tub 296. Here he is spitting out the water. And if you want to listen to the videos I played, you'll have to go back, because I played some videos about him drowning. But anyways, here's the big connection. He died 666 months from his character's fictional birthday. Chandler Bing has a birthday in the show, April 8th, 1968. He died 666 months after his character's birthday. How crazy. And then he said he had a man crush on Obama. Here he is with Obama. But real quick, I won't go through all the 192s, but since I brought it up, let's see if I can find it real quick. You know, what are the odds that the star from Friends died right before Obama's movie, which had the big Friends connection? Here, what was that? I forgot about that ritual. Michelle Obama's mom, dead at 86. That was in the news May 31st. If you go back 666 days, you just happened to land on Obama's birthday. I forgot all about that one. I'm sure that's a coincidence. And then she died 44 weeks after her birthday, when Obama's number 44, Kill 44. She died exactly 384 weeks and 0 days after Michelle Obama's last day as First Lady, which was January 20th, 2017. So she died 384 weeks. And I think she did live at the White House. It says, during Barack Obama's presidency, Robin lived at the White House with the first family. So look, she died 384 weeks after they left office. Michelle Obama's mom, 384. Okay, here's another 192. She died 19 weeks and 2 days after Michelle's birthday. Big Mike, Obama, 192. But anyways, let me pull up the big 192 list, which I'm not going to go through all of it because it's just too long. Let me do 192 notes. Oh, come on. I just made this list not that long ago. Really? Oh, come on. Where's the whole post? I can scroll down if I have to. It's not that long ago. But I literally just made a whole thing with 192. How about 192 Obama? Ay, ay, ay. Well, that's frustrating. Here it is. See, that's literally what I was typing in. I said 192 Obama. I did 192 notes. I guess I got to do 192 Obama notes. Here it is. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so I won't even tell you how, the Oklahoma City Thunder connected to Lightning, just won the NBA Finals with 103 points when Obama's 103, with 192 days left in the year when Obama's 192, and it was 10 months and 18 days from Obama's birthday, like Luke 10:18. I beheld Satan as lightning, that whole connection. And then the Iranian strike from the U.S. on June 22nd, 192 days left in the year. Let me just get to the, we had the 192 lasers and nuclear fusion equals Barack Obama. Trump's second inauguration was 192 months after Obama's. And then you had the Lil Nas X video, J. Christ, with 19.2 million subs when he released it. When you got Obama represented in the video, and he's wearing the Luke 10:18 Satan shoes, which sold for $1,018 a pair, 666 pairs. And Luke 10:18 says, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning. Bama, a high place, like heaven. Then he's wearing the number 55 jersey. Satan, fallen angel, lightning. They're all 55. Lil Nas X equals lightning. The number's 44, right? Lil Nas X, 44. Lightning, 44. Fallen angel, 44. Obama was reading Santa's Gotta Go, 192 in the classroom. That looked like iPet Goat 2. On the board, it says all about V. Obama's got the V on his forehead. Then you got the black and white checkerboard floor in the hallway. Then you had the first Super Bowl after Leave the World Behind. The guy who caught the game winner, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., 192. Super Bowl 58, 192. Usher Raymond IV, 192. And that Super Bowl just happened to be 192 days from Obama's birthday. Leave the World Behind, 192. Obama, 192. And Obama's movie about a blackout. And the guy who caught the game winner, whose name equals 192, said he blacked out. Whoa. And his name is Kerry Hardman, which equals 666. And his birthday was 222 days from Obama's birthday, like the Antichrist Barack Obama, 222, the guy who tested positive for COVID. 222 days from his birthday, declared a national emergency. 222 days from Obama's birthday, declared a pandemic. 222 months from 9/11, and they called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equals 222. And Nicole Hardman equals Antichrist. Then you had the giant dragon inflatable, 192 up there, 192 days after Leave the World Behind. And that was to promote House of the Dragon, which equals Barack Hussein Obama II in multiple ciphers. And Obama equals dragon in 3 ciphers. And dragon is another name for Satan. And Barack Obama equals dragon, and that was in New York, which equals 666. And it was up there 49 days before Obama's birthday, when Antichrist and Revelation are 49, and the show just happened to end when? That show just happened to end on August 4th, Obama's birthday. What are the odds? Here it is. All that to get to this, man. We made it. Okay, remember I told you he played Chandler Bing Bing 192, Obama 192. Matthew Perry said he had a man crush on Obama. Matthew Perry equals 64, died on the day, leaving 64 days left in the year. Barack Hussein Obama 64, the Antichrist 64. Which, do I even have that in here? I don't think so. Let me just type it in for you. But yeah. We can get rid of this. But yeah, let me pull it up for you. It was October. And remember, this is right before Obama's movie came out. It was October 28, 2023. The day leaving 64 days left in the year. See that? 64. And he said he had a man crush on Obama. And this is right before Obama's movie, which had the connection to Friends. That's why it matters. Just want to show you they got the 64 connection here. All right, am I spelling that right? Hussein. Hussein. We need one more like to get to 100. There you go. Barack Hussein Obama, 64. The Antichrist, 64. And make sure we're spelling Matthew Perry right, too. I should add that to the slide, huh? There we go, finally. So Matthew Perry, 64, the Antichrist, 64, Barack Hussein Obama, 64. He died on the day leaving 64 days left in the year, right before Obama's movie. So that was 10, 28, 2023. So there you go. 64 days left in the year. Matthew Perry, 64, the Antichrist, 64, Barack Hussein Obama, 64. Okay. There he is with Obama in the picture, right? And then it says, yes, Matthew Perry did publicly express having a man crush on Barack Obama. And this happened he died right before Obama's movie Leave the World Behind, which equals 192, right? So he played Chandler Bing. Bing, 192, like Obama, 192, right? And then again, Matthew Perry died 666 months after Chandler Bing's fictional birthday. And it says, yes, Matthew Perry and Julia Roberts dated briefly, and he died October 28th. That's Julia Roberts' birthday, October 28th. And who is the star of Leave the World Behind? Julia Roberts. And that movie is connected to Friends, right? Well, here's the other Friends connection. Remember there were rumors that Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston from Friends were dating? Remember that? Well, guess what? Jennifer Aniston was born 192 days after Obama's birthday. So there's another 192 connection with Friends and Obama. Leave the World Behind, 192. Great Tribulation, 192. Obama, 192. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker, and Commodus died in the year 192. And there's a lot more to it. But here, let me see if I can find something real quick. Yeah, the 1018 connection. Remember, in the Commodus bunker, they're finishing the last episode of Friends, which is season 10, episode 18. Like Luke 1018, remember? Like Little Nas X with the 1018 Satan shoes that was put out when he had 19.2 million subs. But anyways, from the director's birthday to Obama's birthday of Leave the World Behind, it's a span of 10 months and 18 days. And don't forget Brittany Griner, who was found guilty and sentenced on Obama's birthday, Brittany Griner's birthday, 10/18. And remember, Griner missed 474 days of basketball. Barack Obama, 474. Akhenaten, 474. Obama, the clone of Akhenaten, who's the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. And Fallen Angel, 474, and all that stuff. And don't forget, when Brittany Griner came home, they gave Griner a standing ovation at 10:18 p.m., and there's so much we could talk about, but anyways, this video is supposed to be about Theo Huxtable, so. But yeah, I couldn't ignore the Matthew Perry connection. So anyways, that's enough with the 192s. Back to Theo. So yeah, Matthew Perry and Theo Huxtable, they both got the 38 and the 83, drowned 38. And he died 38 weeks from Matthew Perry's death anniversary, who's also from a sitcom, who also drowned, who also died at the age of 54. So, anyways, that's a lot of information in a short amount of time. I think we got a few more slides. But yeah. If you missed anything, you might want to go back because we covered a lot. All right, he's also dead 33 years from the show ending. And he died near Cockles, a beach in Lehman, Costa Rica. Cockles, 33, dead on a Sunday, 33. Actor, 33. Masonry, 33. And then Theo died 48 weeks after his birthday. Theo, 48, like Homicide, Freemason, and Illuminati, 48. And he died 29 days before his birthday. Drown equals 29. Masonic is also 29 for the record. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. But yeah, the key point, dead at 54, the Cosby Show equals 54 in multiple ciphers. Like Bill Cosby equals 54, Jesuit Order 54, and he died on the 201st day of the year. There were 201 episodes of The Cosby Show, and he's from Jersey City, New Jersey, where they have the 201 area code, the Jesuit Order 201. So yep, the old 201-54 connection. All right, guys, I believe that's it. Let me turn this around. And if you came in late, we also covered a plane crash that happened today in Bangladesh. So we covered a lot. Let me check in with the chat. But yeah, guys, please share this video everywhere you can. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you got. Anywhere, very much appreciated. And do me a favor when I get done, please leave a comment. Helps the algorithm. Anything you can do, very much appreciated. But much love to Bonnie, Todd, Katie, Blaze, Bones, Recon, Ron, Jima, Raymond, He Saved Me, Abel's Adventures, or Abel's Adventures, Connie, 2%. Much love, everyone. San Juana. Lioness Roars, much love. But yeah, guys, I think it's pretty undeniable. You put all that together. Can't all be a coincidence day after day. Over 10,000 videos, channel number 14. They wouldn't keep deleting me if it was all nonsense. So thank you, Bones. And yeah, then we talked. I wasn't even planning on talking about Matthew Perry today, but that's crazy. All the connections with the 38 and the 83 and dead at the same age, 54. They both drowned. They're both from a sitcom, you know. So anyways, I think we'll leave it there, guys. There's probably even more to add, but there's only so much you can do. You know, I've been working for the last 7 hours straight on these 2 decodes, so, well, maybe 6 hours. But still, a lot of work putting all that together, because, you know, it's a lot, because you got to do the research, right? Then, well, first of all, you got to know the code pretty well. Then you got to do the research. Then you got to take all the screenshots. Then you got to put it all together in a slideshow. And then you got to post it. And then you got to present it. You know? And then me, being a OCD perfectionist, I hate to miss anything. And then when I do miss something, I kick myself. And, you know, it's a lot of mental work, man. That's why I'm so ready for Jesus to come. I'm so ready to just not focus on, you know, this stuff anymore, but this is what I've been called to do while I'm here. So while I'm here, I'm of course going to expose evil to the best of my ability, but I can't wait till we're in heaven and I can just relax, you know. No more exposing evil, because there won't be any evil to expose, right? But while I'm here, I got to try to help wake some people up, let them know, hey, the news is scripted and coded, sacrifice is real, and the beast system is here. We're living in the last days. Jesus is coming soon. Get ready. That's the whole reason I do what I do. That's the most important thing I can tell you. Get right with Jesus. You must be born again. And get ready, because we're in the end times. Full blown. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the... hold on. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of that one. Yeah. Somebody was telling people to read the Quran. Now, read the Bible. That's what you need. Jesus is the answer. He's the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. So, that's it. Jesus is the only way. He's the way. No other way. So, yeah, I had to get rid of that comment. But hopefully you'll keep watching the channel. Hopefully you'll learn something. So, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Please share this video everywhere you can. Very much appreciated. Pretty big news today. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And, as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.